Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. So I just wanted to go in real quick on this article dealing with the pretty much the bankruptcy of Puerto Rico. And it's pretty much another sign that it's gonna come. This is like showing that it's coming closer and closer to America doing the same thing. And the article goes into it. So I'm gonna just jump straight to it. So the website is the Economic Collapse blog, and the heading is the 51st U.S. state declares bankruptcy as corporate insiders sell stocks at the fastest rate since the last financial crisis. All right. Puerto Rico has collapsed financially and has filed for the equivalent of bankruptcy protection. When this was announced on Wednesday, it quickly made front page news all over the planet. For decades, Puerto Rico has been considered to be the territory most likely to become the 51st U.S. state. And there have even been rumblings that we could soon see a renewed push for statehood. But that is on the back burner for now because at the moment Puerto Rico is dealing with a nightmarish financial crisis that is the result of an accelerating economic collapse. Unfortunately, many Americans still don't believe that what has happened to Puerto Rico could happen to us, even though signs of major economic trouble are emerging all around us. Almost 2 years ago, I issued a major warning about the debt crisis in Puerto Rico, and now the day of reckoning for America's Greece has finally arrived. Like Greece, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, and so many others, what has happened in Puerto Rico shows us that it is simply not possible to live way above your means indefinitely. If your debt grows much faster than your economy, eventually you reach a point where financial disaster is inevitable. This is a lesson that our leaders in Washington, D.C. desperately need to learn before it is too late for the U.S. And it is too late for the U.S. because obviously they haven't learned a lesson ever since America got off the gold standard. All they've been doing is building up debt, and they're never going to solve that debt. So like the dude saying in the article, pretty much what's happening to all these countries like Greece, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, and Puerto Rico now is basically coming to America. All right, coming to Babylon because the dude said it that I just read. He called it out like 2 years ago that Puerto Rico is about to have a collapse or default, and basically it didn't happen right. That's gonna go into it, but it didn't happen that year yet. It still came to a point where it happened. Just like with America, America should have been like had an economic crash, but they're just keep kicking the can down the road, and then it's gonna get to a point to where they can't do it anymore. And then next thing you know, you're just gonna wake up one morning and boom, it's gonna just happen like that, like a thief in the night. So back in the article, since 2007, the population of Puerto Rico has declined by 10% and the number of jobs in that nation has declined by 20%. It is a long-term economic collapse that just continues to get even worse with each passing day, each passing month. Unfortunately for Wall Street, many large U.S. financial institutions have invested very heavily in Puerto Rico's bonds. In fact, it has been estimated that 180 mutual funds have at least 5% of their portfolios in Puerto Rican bonds. At this point, U.S. firms stand poised to lose billions of dollars as their investments become worthless, and many of these firms were totally blindsided because they were assured that this could not happen. So how far will the financial collapse of Puerto Rico ultimately ripple through our financial system? It is hard to say, but without a doubt, this is a major concern. Meanwhile, corporate insiders are selling stocks at the fastest pace that we have seen in 7 years. The following come from Business Insider, and there's a little Business Insider that's basically saying what he just said, like up above about losing money. What do these corporate insiders know that the rest of us do not? Perhaps we are just being rational. If I was a top corporate insider at one of these unicorns that have market caps in the tens of billions of dollars, even though they are consistently losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, I would be selling too. You make money in the stock market by selling at the right time. Those that sold their pets.com stock at the peak of the dot-com bubble got quite wealthy, but those that held on all the way through the stock market crash got completely wiped out. There have been some an analysts that have suggested that one way to make money in the stock market is to simply do what the insiders are doing. If they're buying, then that is supposedly a time to buy. If they're selling, it's supposedly a time to sell. I'm going to just jump down a little bit. The crisis in Puerto Rico developed over an extended period of time, and there were plenty of warning signs. So anyone that is still holding Puerto Rican bonds at this point is quite foolish. Similarly, the warning signs here in the U.S. have been mounting for quite a while. Just yesterday, we got more exceedingly bad news for the U.S. auto industry, and we are on pace to absolutely smash the all-time record for most retail store closings in a single year. Just because a crisis does not arrive on the exact month or year that you were anticipating does not mean that it has been canceled. I warned about a looming financial cataclysm in Puerto Rico nearly 2 years ago, but they somehow managed to hang on until now. And even though the U.S. financial system is still afloat for the moment, everyone should be able to see that we are definitely living on borrowed time. So don't look down on Puerto Rico, because what is happening to them is eventually coming here too. So like I was saying, like the dude said, it you don't expect for it to happen like immediately, yet it's still going to come over here. Cause it just they're just kicking. We're on, like the dude said, we're on borrowed time. All right, cause like we basically we just been supposed to have an economic collapse, yet the elites keep pushing it to like keep funding the economy, keeping the economy afloat. Cause the debt that America the amount of debt that America has, we're not producing more than the debt that we're producing. So there's no way to pay off the debt. If you're not making more than the debt that you're creating, then you're not going to pay it off. You just keep borrowing money that's not even real money in the first place. All right. So this scripture I'm going to start off with was Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that's basically what all these countries are doing. That, like I said in the article, they that thick clay is that debt, because they're not even using real money. All right, Esau's the one that was pushing that agenda in the first place, because we used to, when America was first established, they was on the gold standard, and countries are still dealing in gold, silver, and things like that. Then they stopped doing that and took it away, and now all the countries, what they doing? They dealing in money, digital currency, basically all fiat money, man. It's not even real. Everybody's dealing in monopoly money. So like all these countries are in debt. That's not any country that's not on the gold standard or like using gold and silver as a currency. They're all basically on the same road as Zimbabwe, Venezuela, Greece, all right, Puerto Rico. All these countries, every country that's not using gold and silver, all right, or their money that's not backed by gold and silver, they're all on the same path basically of an economic collapse, because it's just bound to happen. There's no way to pay off the debt if you're just creating fake money that doesn't even exist. All right. And then the next scripture I wanted to get real quick is Luke 21 and 34. Take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting, and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. And that's basically what's going to happen. It's going to come upon everybody when they least expect it. Because, all right, just like in the time of Noah, when he was telling them about the flood that was coming, nobody believed him, and then they kept partying and doing what they were doing, getting drunk, turning up, doing all these things, caring about the cares of this life. And that's what's going on now. It's going to be like that when this economic collapse happens, and it's going to be like that when the son when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua returns, man. Everybody's still gonna be doing the same things, all right? And that's what you see going on now in Babylon. People out here, they're just like getting more debt upon themselves, first and foremost, using the credit, getting heavy into debt, all right, partying, turning up. The last thing on these people's mind in Babylon is that what happened to Venezuela and all these other countries that defaulted on their debt. They don't think that that's going to happen to America. They have faith. They still actually have faith in Trump to make America great. People think that we're going to get out of the debt that we've been building up since America was established. And that's not the case. All right. That day is going to come upon them when they least expect it, because these people aren't watching. These people don't even probably know that Puerto Rico just had a default on their debt, man. All right. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. And just like the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be like that for everyone, the economic collapse is going to be like that for them as well, man. It's going to come upon them like a thief in the night, all right? And I'm going to grab that real quick, because that's just the perfect analogy right there. Just like, First Thessalonians, all right? I'm gonna start from the top. First Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's right, and that's basically what they're saying now, right? They're saying, oh, the economy's doing better, the dollar getting stronger. They're not. You never hear, as far as like whenever I peep out the news, I never see anything about that's like hinting towards anything bad going on in the economy. You have to actually look online, like in alternative media, to find out stuff about the economy and like how America's actually doing bad, all right, economically wise. But these people, they don't even look into the news first and foremost. They don't watch the news. They don't. If they do, they look at the BS news, CNN, Fox News, stuff like that. So you seeing the basics, all right, that the elites want to use for their agenda, really, because whatever they put on there is what the elites approved of. So these people, in their mind, it's peace and safety in America. It's like it's nothing bad going on. It's just another day in Babylon. Babylon's going to continue. All right. These people, they actually believe that America's going to continue to prosper. All right, going to bounce back from this huge amount of debt that they have. All right, which is not going to happen. That's why I say when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction is going to come upon them, man. All right. The martial law is going to come upon you. All right. Esau's going to come upon you with that wrath. The economic collapse is going to happen. You're going to be asleep. All right. You just got done working hard. You probably going to go to sleep, wake up the next day thinking you finna go to your bank account, get some money out. Then next thing you know, you're not going to be able to do that. Because the America overnight, while you was asleep, America just defaulted on their debt. And now everybody else got to go take the chip. That's basically what's going to set it up for. When that economic collapse happened, the only thing they can do to start over the whole financial system is introducing the chip. And that's basically that's basically what it's going to do. Like when that economic collapse does happen, it's going to introduce the chip. All right. And matter of fact, let me get that, because that's basically what it's going to lead up to. All right. Revelation 13-16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And that's what it's going to come to, because you're not going to, when the economic collapse happens, you're not going to be able to buy anything with cash, all right, with your credit card. Ain't gonna be no more Apple Pay, whatever, Samsung Pay, the mobile, like all this digital currency and stuff. You're gonna have to actually take the chip, all right? Because you're not going to be able to buy or sell anything. No, you can't sell nothing, all right? You can't buy anything. the dollar's useless at that point. And then when they restart the currency, man, when they want to restart the currency after the economic collapse, all right, the only way they can do that is by starting a whole new, brand new system. And that brand new system is basically going to be the chip. They're going to say like, all right, America defaulted on this debt. We basically starting with a clean slate, this and that, whatever way they want to explain it. But at the end of the day, after they explain it, they're going to say the solution to that problem after the economic collapse happens is the chip. So you can start, all your debt is wiped away. It's all good. Everybody's starting over from scratch, but everybody gonna start over from scratch with the mark of the beast. All right. Everything, it's like that's gonna lead up to that. All right, that economic collapse. That's what it's gonna ultimately lead up to, because the chip is gonna be the only way you're gonna be able to buy and sell. So the economic collapse is gonna force uh, the agenda of the elites. All right. So the economic collapse is on the way. The market of beasts is on the way. All right. World War III is on the way. All these prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is on the way, man. So Lord willing, this is going to be that year. It's crazy. Like every day, literally, is something going on new. All right. Shit heating up with North Korea. Shit. This Puerto Rico thing just happened yesterday. So it's like so much going on. Every day is something happening. And like, this is like, this year, me personally speaking, it's just like, ain't been like a lot of stuff cracking off every day like it is now since Trump got in office. It's like shit just been moving, and that just further proves that the elector's sealed as well, man. So like the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is bringing that destruction, man. This destruction is on its way, all right, and salvation is on its way, all right. That's why this year is deemed death, destruction, and diligence, because that's all that's coming this year, Lord willing, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right. So I'm gonna end it off with that. And give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word, truth, sincerity. All right. Keep watching, man. Keep your focus. All right. Keep watching the news, because stuff popping off every day. There's so much stuff happening. It's actually hard to keep up in the news, just like it's hard to keep up with the Akim videos out there, because the truth is getting pushed out so much. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.